A college freshman is the youngest black mayor in U.S. history.
Have what it takes. As a first comer, I want to get a lot of things done.
Let's take it back. He said he decided to run for mayor of Earl, Arkansas at the start of his senior year in high school. And with the encouragement of his fellow student government, he did just that.
I wanted to do it now to make a difference here, leave a legacy for generations to come.
And he beat his challenger, who's been a street superintendent for 30 years, in a runoff election Tuesday. Now he's thanking his supporters on Facebook, saying it's time to build a better chapter. So what's next? He says he wants to focus on transportation, public safety, and bringing a major grocery store to the city. He also says this win is special to him as a person with a learning disability.
Just go for it. You don't never know what you can do unless you just try.
See, I'm happy to see shit like this for the simple fact we need young faces in new places, because they need new ways of doing shit. Even though the old ways is what's been going, you gotta incorporate new ways into it, because the old ways, you know what I'm saying, is old shit. Just like the Old Testament, all this shit about the Bible, old cars, old houses. There's old things. Sometimes it's not sometimes, it is good to have new ideas, new faces, new places, new all that, because you can understand what the world is transforming into versus what it used to be, if you understand what I'm saying.
911, do you need police, fire, medical?
Yes. We need a car here at 1231 Temple Drive, Winter Park, Florida. There's a woman that's a danger to herself and to others right now.
In January 2019, multiple calls were made from Michael Redlick's Florida home. He was killed by his wife, Danielle, who allegedly waited 11 hours before calling the police. She has claimed her actions were in self-defense.
Damn, she waited 11 hours to call after she killed her husband. What the fuck did she have going on? And I believe that's what they said, 11 hours before calling the police, the authorities. God damn.
If they're not...
Yeah. See, will you stop? All right. I will call you back. I will call you back in 5 minutes.
What is going on there? Hello? Hunter Park, this is... Yeah, I'm still there. He didn't give me a lot of information. He just said that there was a woman who was a danger to herself. Okay. And that was it? Yeah, that's all. And he called on a 911 only phone, so... 911, you police call your medical? I don't know. I think my husband's deceased. There's been a tragedy at my home. What's the address up there? 1231 Temple Drive, Winter Park. What's going on at 1231 Temple Drive? I believe my husband is deceased. Okay. And why do you believe he's deceased? Because he's been, he's stiff and he's been wounded. He might have had a heart attack. I don't know. Okay. Did you just find him? No, actually, it happened last night. It happened last night? So did you find him this morning? Because I know you said that you believed it happened last night. Did you see him last night? Was he okay, or was... He was not okay last night. We had altercation, and he stabbed himself, and I ran into the bathroom, and then when I came out, I tried to help him, and I saw he was lying in blood. And then I tried to help him, and I couldn't. Correct.
So they had an altercation last night, right? They had an altercation. She said he had a heart attack, but then he stabbed himself. He was lying in blood. I mean, come on, the story keeps changing, so we gonna see how this shit play out, because I don't believe Danielle.
Correct, yes. And then I tried to help him. I got you. I'm gonna get you some help, hon. So you all had an altercation last night, correct? Yeah. Alright. What's your name? Danielle. Okay, so Danielle, let me ask you this. So did he stab himself last night and he passed last night and you just didn't know what to do? Correct, I believe so, yes. And altercation was the night before too, but I left the house and took my children with me because he was drinking then too. Were your kids there last night during this altercation?
No, they were not. They were not here, and they're not here now.
I know you first said that you thought he had a heart attack. So do you think it was a heart attack, or do you think it was due to the stabbing that he passed away?
Probably the stabbing triggered it, I guess. I don't know. It's a shoulder wound.
I'm just getting everything you told me into the call, okay? I have multiple units throughout, meaning I have police and fire.
But Danielle's accounts of what happened did not seem to add up to detectives, who observed bloody towels, a bloody mop, bloody footprints, and the strong smell of bleach in the house. Detectives found a large, bloodied serrated knife on the floor and 3 bloody knives in the sink with blood on them. They also determined that the wounds to his torso were not self-inflicted, but a homicide. 65-year-old Michael Redlick was a former and beloved NBA executive for the Memphis Grizzlies, and at the time of his death, he was a professor at the University of Central Florida. Michael and his allegedly...
See, I knew they wasn't gonna find out that she was on that bullshit for the simple fact. Her story changed, and then she gonna motherfucking goddamn say something. Oh, well... it's a stab when he did it to himself. I don't know, maybe it triggered it. But then they got there. Find out bleach smell, footprints, all this other bullshit that somebody trying to cover up a goddamn murder would do. And Danielle, it's you. So we gonna see how they treated her, all this stuff, since we know, he was part of the NBA. He also is a professor, which means he's doing good helping people better themselves. And she had to take a good person. Oh, boy.
Michael and his allegedly estranged wife, Danielle, had purportedly had issues in their marriage surrounding infidelity. When police were first informed about what led to his death 11 hours after it happened, Danielle had claimed that he had suffered from a heart attack after stabbing himself with a knife during their argument. But later, Danielle had contended that their fight began when she had been in the kitchen eating a hamburger. She alleged that the man had taken a bite from the burger and spat a piece of it in her face, then pushed her to the ground. In a chilling interview with friends of the victim, he had once described his soon-to-be ex-wife as crazy, joking that as long as he hides the steak knives, he would be fine. The couple, who were both found with visible defensive wounds on the day of the altercation that led to Michael's demise, had reportedly been going through a divorce since the previous November, where Danielle had filed for divorce suspecting Michael of cheating. She had described their 17-year-long marriage as irretrievably broken. The 45-year-old was arrested by police in February 2019 for second-degree murder and tampering with evidence. She was held at Orange County Jail without bond. She was offered a plea deal in February 2020, where she would serve just over 10 years in prison for manslaughter, but she rejected the deal. Danielle's claim of self-defense will go to trial. There has not yet been a date set for the next court hearing.
Now y'all see what I was talking about, and it's crazy. Now we talking about this grown-ass lady, Danielle, who clearly killed her husband, tried lying, covering it up, a whole bunch of bullshit, you know what I'm saying? They was gonna give her a little over 10 years for killing her husband, filed for divorce. He also jokingly said he need to hide the steak knives from him because motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And then this happened. And now, before this, we heard about a 10-year-old who's not even a teenager or an adult got a hold of his mother's firearm, which he shouldn't have access to it like that anyway, because he's 10. But they giving him up to 60 years? And he's 10. But this grown-ass lady, this grown-ass woman, Danielle, and she said she fucking taking it to trial. She said, fuck it, take it to trial. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them 10-year plea deal. She about to take it to trial and get stroked probably, because they gonna listen to this shit and be like, girl, you know you damn wrong for killing your husband like that. You filed for a divorce knowing how things was, and then you left his body there for 11 hours. You couldn't even have the respect or decency to call somebody and then dip out. You left his body there bleeding. He probably could have been saved.
Texas's governor has banned TikTok on state-issued devices. He says he's concerned about the app being partially owned by the Chinese Communist Party. And it could offer a bunch of potentially sensitive information to the Chinese government. Abbott has ordered 2 state agencies to come up with a plan that would protect its residents from cyber vulnerabilities by next month. A spokesperson for TikTok says the concerns driving these bans are largely fueled by misinformation, and TikTok is disappointed by the decision. On Tuesday, the state of Maryland also banned the use of TikTok by state agencies.
I agree on this ban of TikTok in the state, you know what I'm saying, for state workers, just for the simple fact they need to do something with TikTok and some of these fucking trends that just spiral out of nowhere and a lot of people get hurt, and it be primarily kids. So they need to do something about TikTok. I know if you was to put some bullshit on Facebook, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna kick that shit off. If you put some shit on Instagram, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna kick that shit off. So they need to do something with these motherfucking challenges that be making these young kids do this stupid shit on TikTok.